high-tech transmitters. Again, this is an advanced industry facility. High-tech transmitter, double click, not routed, we're going to put it there. We also need the other side of this high-tech transmitter. So we're going to build this same thing, but we're going to put it off to the side. And I'm going to put it off to the side because later on, as we level up our command center here, we're going to add on to it. That way we don't have to redesign everything so it fits better. I'm just going to go off the best fit that I have. So we're just going to continue around with the advanced. We're going to put 2 more. And right there. And right there. If I can find a spot for it. You can tell it's going to fit if it goes blank there. And just kind of swinging that around. We're going to need a launch pad next. And we're also going to need 4 more basic processors. Okay, now we're going to link up all the different items here. And we're going to send a link from that one, the central item. Oh, no, we're not. Okay, with different planets you have different power grid usages. And ice isn't exactly the best planet for power grid usages or building on. It was just the only planet I had free. But if you were on a barren, you would have enough power grid to make a link from there to there. But since we don't, we're just going to continue on. So on this one, we're going to go with polymyrids. Wait, hold on. We're just going to duplicate the process that is over here. So polymyrids again. Routed, and make sure you route it to the right one, otherwise it's going to have issues. And transmitters. Everything needs to be routed. Transmitter side, plasmoids and chiral structures. Chiral structures right there. Double click, plasmoids. Notice I haven't hit the submit button once. That actually speeds things a lot. You're not waiting, and nothing's permanent yet. You can see everything you've spent except for the initial set down of the command center and the upgrade, if we have had the upgrade installed, which I think we did. The other side, industrial fibers. Click, click. And oxidizing compounds. Okay, the reason why we duplicated this is because in 1 hour, this one here is only going to fill up half of that. So if we have 2 of the advanced, it will fill up the high-tech every hour on the hour. Then we got 2 transmitters to make the high-tech transmitter. Okay, so this is balanced out so that everything flows. Every hour on the hour, everything is filled and will produce optimal ISK. As you can see from the power grid there, after edits, should come out really close to using every little bit. This is with Command Center 3. And that only takes a couple hours. Actually, the actual skill is Command Centers 2. which gives you the ability to make Command Center 3. Now that we have everything built, we hit submit. And since it's all submitted, it's all a darker color now. And all we have left to do is to fill these launch pads with the appropriate materials that we're going to get from the hangar. If you double click on the launch pad, it'll bring up the customs office, which are sitting outside the planets. And you take the appropriate minerals to fill, like the chiral structures here. You'll have to put non-CS crystals into the customs office there. And then you're just going to drag it from here over to your launch pad. And make sure you get the right launch pad. There are 2 of them. Usually if you double click on it, it'll take you to the right one, or you can open it up and you can tell right there the name of the launch pad. Just drop the appropriate materials there into the launch pad, and then we're going to route them. That'll be the next part. Okay, I have a basic little industry with a small cargo hold because I don't have the skills for the expanders on this alt, but I have moved over the materials I need for my planet. 120,000 each to fill up 4,800 space. And we're just going to take that over to the, whichever planet, planet 9 there. We're going to open up our science and industry. See, planet 9 is on the list. Right click, go down to customs office, warp to within 0. Usually you hit the scanner first, make sure there aren't any hostiles in the area that you can see. Going to remove planets from overview. Scan again. No other ships. These were the base materials for everything we had in the planet. This is about the only time, unless you're going to or going to collect. Anything else you do in the planet is not necessarily needed. You can transfer stuff from the command center to the planet, but you have to be in that solar system to do it. Otherwise, you can mine or you can change the schematics. Let's see, since we're here, access customs office. And we're just going to move everything over. Boom, just like a fancy little cargo can in space. Okay, we know we're going to use all of these in both of our launch pads, so we're just going to hold shift, drag it over, and we're going to move 60,000. 60,000. Oops. It would help if I did that right. 60. 60. 60. And we're going to transfer that. And transfer the rest over. Notice how we've only filled 2,000 of the space. You probably put about 2,500, or what is that, 250,000 units each, because there's 4 of them split from 10,000 space. And as soon as we get that over, we're going to run back to the corporate hangar. Transfer, otherwise it won't go down. Okay. If we sit out here and we do all our planet stuff, yeah, more than likely we're going to get blown up. So you really don't want to spend more than 2 seconds sitting here, or any longer than absolutely possible. Okay, we're going to warp back to the hangar. So we're going to open up planet mode by double clicking. And back in planet mode. Okay. Back in planet mode, we now have to route the individual items to the correct locations. Let's see if we remember where everything's at. Basically, you double click on the item, and it's going to go to whatever is attached to it. You can click here, but not over here unless you have a link over there. If I remember correctly, it's there. You can tell if it went to the right one by the outer ring turning a lighter yellow. Let's see, the other one was this is straight from memory, but you can double check and see what it was that went there. So reactive gas. We open up the launch pad, single click, open the storage here. Let's see, that one was reactive. I don't remember. Yep, we were right. And auto troughs. Okay, basically what we did was we told the stuff to go from the launch pad to its designated process. We can do that over here also. That way we get the exact same timing. Auto troughs, reactive. CS. Nope, not that one. That one. Okay, plasma must go to the next one. And we hit submit. And in 30 minutes we'll have to come back after these give out their product. And then we're going to have to do the same thing to route those items, which will show back up to where we routed them inside the launch pad. And tell them to go to the next step, to feed into those ends there. And for the final process, the first day is going to be a little strange. Only every other hour are we going to be able to do this, but tomorrow we should be able to feed the rest of the materials that came out from over here. They'll show up in the hangar on this side here of the launch pad, and we can put them up in the customs office, switch launch pads, bring it back over, and tell it to go into the third production process. And with this minimal setup, it should net you around 2 million per 24 hours. So if you got 4 planets, which should only take you a couple days to train up, 4 planets at 2 million per day, that's 8 million per day. And after the initial setup, which might take you a half hour, 45 minutes, your whole day running 4 planets probably only take you a half hour, if that. Well, I guess there you go.